Welcome to the MLG Columbus Advanced Warfare Open Tournament. Maven joined by Duffman.
Woo!
But it's been a while.
It has been a long. It's been about a month and a half.
Yeah, actually, it hasn't really been all that long.
It hasn't been
since
that long
here.
at
No,
all.
no,
But
at
we
all.
are back. Excited to.
Yeah.
We're kicking off the Bravo stream, and excited to have you guys. Welcome to the event. It's packed in here.
Yeah.
And on the Bravo stream, we're gonna be kicking things off in pool play with Team EnVyUs versus Aware Gaming.
Yeah, and this is going to be an exciting one. I'm pumped for watching EnVyUs. You know, obviously they went through that bit of a. Well, they started that roster mania to a degree. All that stuff went down
kicked it off.
when they were in France, when the SWC was going on. You know, all the rumors about Formo leaving. It actually it started with them possibly losing what was going to be JCap and Nameless that were going off the roster.
Yeah.
Formal was going to stick around. Then everything obviously changed like crazy. But first guy up, Nameless. Tell me about him, Duff.
Nameless. He's going to be that Slayer role for this Team EnVyUs squad. And a couple fun facts about this guy. He's never placed outside the top 8. And he's actually placed first with Unite at PAX Prime Invitational. I believe that was for Black Ops 2.
Yes, it was, because that Unite team, they switched up a little bit for Columbus, actually, for Ghost, and I coached that team to third-place finish. But
Amazing.
Merc, the captain, coming up next. He is your SMG Slayer, one of the best objective players in the game, has won a major in every single game since Black Ops 2, has helped bring home Team EnVyUs' first major LAN win at G3, and then obviously then to wrap things up for Ghost with the Season 3 playoffs.
Yeah.
But one of the staples of this Call of Duty community for sure.
JCap, another staple of this Call of Duty community, and teammate alongside Merc, former teammates, again teammates, different titles. These guys just playing together. The chemistry is just so real, and JCap's performing very well with this game, and I was kind of concerned, honestly, with the fast pace of this game. Cap, very kind of slow AR.
Yeah.
He's picked it up very well, and he's going to be that AR Slayer for the team. And here's the interesting one, Clacer wrapping it up here for EnVyUs.
Yeah, they add him in. He was that fourth player, you know, obviously with what went down there with Optic Gaming, with him and Pruvia leaving the squad. He's going to be coming in here to fill this fourth role. You know, I talked to him a little about what he was going to do, where he was going to decide to go. And the big thing for him, he said, I wanted to go to the team to give me the best chance to win champs.
Yeah.
Is the big one that everyone's focusing obviously down the road. That's the one with the big money. So Clay decided to go with the boys in blue, and it's hard to argue. I mean, they came off. Yes, they lost Formal. Yes, but they pick up Clay, which, I mean, I think in anyone's eyes, especially in a game now where it's going to be AR focused once again, he could be one of the top 5 players without a question.
Easily.
Obviously hard to tell now, as this is our first event, though.
Let's take a look at the guys over on Aware. It's kind of newly formed team. You've got Sender, Accuracy, Lawless, and Happy. We don't even know who those guys are.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't get in for their profile mug shots, apparently.
That is fantastic. But Cinder, you know, we'll start off with him as he is look at the smile on that guy. But now he was with that Noble team, obviously. They came in late then for the Season 3 League. They were what? They started out, what was it, like 2-11 they had to climb back from? Something like
They
that.
started off very rough.
Yeah, and they ended up climbing all the way back to make it in that 8th spot. Actually, they ended up being the 7th spot they got into.
Yeah.
And then with that second place finish, they actually ended up
Amazing.
getting at the final event, losing to Envy, obviously. So a little bit of history there between those, him and that side.
100%. Sender heating up at the end of that title, and then back onto Aware with this squad. And honestly, I think this squad's surprising a lot of people, at least so far. When we're watching in the 2Ks, 5Ks, and the 10K that happened these past couple weekends leading up to the event, you know, Happy's really kind of making a name for himself here and impressing a lot of people. So I'm excited to see this Aware squad in their pool. They got a tough matchup first, though, against EnVyUs. You were on the bracket show.
Yeah.
Who took this one?
I think pretty much. I think everyone took Envy in this. Some of us had Aware making a relatively deep run, but we all had EnVyUs in this one. Just, you know, when you're talking about a new game, it's hard not to go with the veterans, with the quote-unquote pedigree, just with the players that you have a lot of faith in over multiple titles, and that's, you know, kind of how we all went with it for EnVyUs. But exciting stuff certainly to come, you know. We've talked about this so much. You know, we all us casters, you know, we actually like each other. We hang out. We went to a delicious lunch this afternoon, and
very good.
We speak about events. And, you know, first events are fun for a variety of reasons. A lot of times it ends up being so different than you see down the road. I mean, think back to Columbus. We talked about last year where you saw, like, what, 2 or 3 Remingtons on Strike Zone Dom. The game changes so much. And this first event is really it's our first chance to really get eyes on people. You know,
I'm excited.
Aware got, what, second? I think it was in the 5K.
In the 5K.
So potentially, you know, I know it's online, but if they had an upset here, how huge would that be for that team?
I'm expecting a lot of upsets this weekend. We'd like to know what you guys think. Tweet at us using the hashtag MLG AW Open with who you think's gonna win it right now. It looks like everybody's kind of on board with Envy, and I think we agree here.
I mean, that's Aware's got a chance. I mean, 4%.
That's a big chance. Guys, we're going to come back with the match after a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. The Advanced Warfare Open kicks off in just a few minutes. Welcome back. I told you it was going to be quick to the Advanced Warfare Open here at MLG Columbus. I'm Duffman. I'm joined by Maven.
Hello!
And we are jumping into the game here. It's going to be Retreat to kick things off. Hardpoint here between Team EnVyUs and Aware. And we already know that we both think EnVyUs is going to take this one.
Yeah.
How do you think this Hardpoint is going to start off, though? I think Aware might come out with a little bit of juice.
Well, let's kick it off. We can start with center. Now, you guys are going to notice at the top right here, unfortunately, we just found out a bit of an internet issue, I guess, with getting the profiles here started at the venue. Something they're working on right now. But unfortunately, we are going to have, you'll see the MLG events basically 1 through 8 right now. Cinder is on his actual tag. He was able to get logged in there.
Yes.
So we will fill you in just to kind of go through it so you guys are a little bit aware. MLG events 2 is going to be happy, 3 lawless, 4 accuracy, and on the side for Envy, 5 will be Merc, 6 JCap, 7 Nameless, and 8 Clayster. So we'll try and keep as close to that as we can throughout this one. But you do see an early advantage right now, and that is going to be for the side of Aware as they're starting to lock it down.
We are on board with Clayster right now, who is starting off 4, make it 5-0 before finally going down. But there to jump into the hill is going to be Merc. So Sentinel up top is going to be EnVyUs. Atlas is going to be the guys over on Aware. Great start from both squads, though tied up despite an impressive start from EnVyUs.
Yeah, and we'll stay on here. As you said, we'll be watching number 5 with Merc. Here we're on with Merc. He's able to pick up 1. We'll see as he's trying to hold down this hill. Now, we have a bit of time here before the rotation. Just looking through the KDs right now as you hop, skip around. I'll tell you what, it is tricky not having the player's name tagged up. I'm trying to look and then look down, and by the time I can find the actual team name, you're skipping through.
It's difficult. It's going down. Finally, Aware's able to gain control of the hill. Center was in. Finally goes down, though. Events 4 is going to be accuracy. He's going to find one of the steps. This is where the spawn's going to be trying to be controlled. Take a look at your mini-map. He's finally going to get taken out. That's 3 down for Aware. EnVyUs takes the hill. About 20 seconds left before this one rotates. But battling back and forth, this one's by no means anybody's game just yet.
Yeah, what you saw was Aware hopped out to like that 18-0 lead, and that disappeared very quickly. But Envy starting to try and get a little bit of control here. We will have the rotation coming here soon. If you don't mind, can you throw on that fantastic COD Vision, which we do have available for us here. I love this new broadcaster mode. It's amazing. Beautiful. You know, one of the things that was a little tricky for me at first getting used to, you know, with Ghost, it would switch the team colors every time. Now we finally have it back to static like Black Ops 2. It throws me for a loop at times.
Here it is. Nice rotation, or nice kills off rotation right here, and that's exactly what this player, that's going to be happy on your screen, is trying to do. Trying to keep EnVyUs from even reaching the hill. Still in control. We're tied up yet again. Hill's going to be contested. He's going to find this player inside. Does clean him up. One more outside the door. Can he stay alive? He does. Him and Sender holding it down. It's up to Sender.
Gonna lose that gun, but I think it was JCap that had a nice two-piece there, able to shut it down as they were trying to hold the lobby. Hill still contested right now.
They can't find him.
Cinder. He's just doing a little ring around the rosy there in the center, able to stay alive.
Big gunfight to be won here. No, they will not be. Unfortunately for EnVyUs, they have not been able to break this hill at all. It's been all aware all day, and the hill's going to be rotating here in the next 15 or 20 seconds or so. EnVyUs needs to get this rotation, and more importantly, Maven, they need to get these kills off of rotation.
Well, taking a look at it, I mean, it's Happy and Cinder, I think, are the two lighting it up right now. What, at 15 and 10 and 10 and 5. On the other side, the Nameless is the one that's really got to get it going. He's going to be MLG event 7 on your screen. He's 7 and 13, almost double negative right now. He's got to get rolling. You know, this is the first match of the day. Just got all set up in the venue. Not a ton of warm-up. We saw them playing up top a little bit here, but as you know, sometimes you'll see these slow starts. I expect them to really get it going, but they are trailing. That's Envy down right now, about 20 points.
You're doing a great job on this hill, though. You're going to see on your screen, that's going to be Merc finding your captain. He's going to find a kill. They're going to continue to hold this. They should be able to lock this up with a nice tie. Merc just holding it down right in the center. He's going to have two in front of him. Finally, does go down. We're going to jump back on board with JCap here. See what he's able to do, and he defends the hill very nicely.
Yeah, he's set up, but you do see a couple players that it looks like they're actually going to be rotating now. As you see, we are going to have the next hard point coming up in just a matter of seconds. He's going to hop out of the hill as well, trying to get set up on these cuts, see if he can pick up skills, gets a call from his teammate. He is able to pick up one, and that was Cinder. Thankfully, Cinder, we have your name on the screen at least. Makes it a little bit easier for us there. Going for the second kill on the Heglich, not able to pick that one up. He will eventually fall.
Trying to break the hill is EnVyUs now. This top hill is very difficult. Only a few points of access. And it's going to be even more difficult. Finally, EnVyUs able to get in there, but taken out immediately. We'll jump back on board with Merc here. He's going to approaching through the steps. He's going to find one. That was Cinder. Up the stairs. He's going to have one to his left. You can see the COD vision. Nice cleanup for Merc. Now, here they all come right up the stairs.
Yeah, and like you said, if you can get set up with 3 or 4 alive in there, you can really shut down that hill for significant time. No one really able to get a great setup going, but it's been about, what, a 20-point advantage for this Aware squad pretty much throughout this one. So they've been consistent. They're locking it down. They're all getting it done as a squad. When you look through the KDs, I mean, pretty much everyone outside of Events 3, which is going to be who for Lawless, is significantly positive right now. So great team effort out of them. Little over 5 left on the clock.
Nameless definitely picking it up on the other side of EnVyUs. They're going to lock down the rest of this hill. Here comes the rotation early on, though, for Aware. They seem to have these rotations pretty much on point. It's going to go right back up into the middle. This is such a difficult hill. So many angles, so many spots to look down into it. And usually that pool room right now, right in front of you, this is where Cinder's heading into. That is a very high interest room right there to control. If you can control that room, you will almost always have control of the middle hill.
Yeah, that's certainly a big one, but this is a hill. It's tough to, you're not really going to see it, let's say, juggled, but it's hard to get a lot of time. Anytime you have a central hill, regardless of the map, it's usually tough to get a lot of time in there, but they're able to punch some through. Gonna drop there. It's still around 20-point advantage. Envy just can't seem to climb back in this one. They're gonna have to get some big plays down the stretch, as there's not a ton of time left. Well, at 4. No, they still got plenty to work with.
I want to point out, it's going to be JCap, and on the opposite side, Cinder are doing the best for both their squad. 26 and 22 for Cinder, and you've got JCap 25 and 21. Picking up the game, though, is who was it? It was Lawless that was struggling for this Aware squad, and he's really stepped back up into it. Lawless is number 3, 18 and 20 now. He was 9 and 16.
Wow,
what an improvement.
Yeah, that's a great turnaround. It's funny to look at the kills already with this much time left on the clock. We've kind of talked about in this game compared to Ghost, like 35 to the new 50, sort of. Really? You see these people, you see them dropping, 30 to 40 is kind of the normal now, whereas if you were dropping 35 in a game in Ghost, it was so impressive. But this game is so fast-paced, and that also attests to the hills a little bit. You'll see rotations will come a little bit later just because you can cover so much ground so quickly with these exo abilities.
Going to be here. That's going to be Happy, or Lawless, trying to jump into the hill. Cinder, he's going to be up top. Finds another. Not going to control the hill for much longer. Still Aware up top with your score, 148 to 142. We're about to be tied up yet again as EnVyUs has locked down this hill. First one to drop 30. Looks like it's going to be JCap. Let's watch him as he approaches and hits it. No, he gets the assist.
Yeah, sorry about your luck there, Cap. Not able to get it. So they did wait there to milk that final time, but unfortunately, 3 or 4 of the players did. No one got that early rotation. Just look at the minimap at the top left. all the players that got set up early was aware. They're going to be able to get a lot of time here, I think, in this original hill, unless some big gunfights come in from EnVy, which they were able to actually get 3 players down, but they're getting back in spots quickly. That is going to be Merc that drops, not able to win that big gunfight, but we are all but tied right now with 2.5 left on the clock. This is going to be an incredible finish.
MVS able to break into the hill, 2, 3, now just 1 in the hill. That's going to be left up to Merc, and Merc does go down, trying to contest was nameless. He will go down, aware, just doing such a great job breaking these hills. They got the rotation, MVS busted it, and then easily got it back.
All right, we'll stay on. We do have Sender. He's able to clean up 1. Take a look. He's got players pretty much coming in from his backside. You can take a look at the minimap. They're going to be coming from the opposite rotation. He sees 1, gets eyes. Nice shot there. 2 more down to his left. He is eventually going to drop under 2 to play. Advantage, 10 points right now for Aware. There is not a lot of time. This is going to be fantastic. You know, it was basically that 20-point advantage for Aware throughout. We saw it tied early, but let's see if EnVy can bring this back as this lead starting to escalate again for Aware.
Not going to be able to win that gunfight. His accuracy. Sender drops as well. Lawless, who's picked it up in the second half, he's going to have some work cut out for him. Now, this was a hill that Aware struggled on. EnVyUs was able to hold to this hill for most of the time. That brought him back into it. But with 3 down for EnVyUs, that's going to leave your boy JCap up, last alive, and he goes down. Here comes Aware to try to close this out.
Sender's getting close to that 40 bomb. Yeah, we saw I think it was JCap to get to 31st. Sender right now 39 and 32. But 10-point advantage still for Aware. We're going to stick on with Merc right now. He's got 1 right inside the building. He saw 2 jumping up top. I think he got eyes on one of those players. Able to pick up 1. Getting it a second. No. Not able to drop that player.
It's going to be Clayster. 1 to approach. Newest pickup for this EnVyUs squad. An incredible pickup. And like we talked about earlier, he wanted to join a team that he thought he had the most potential to win some championships this year. And this team's got that potential. EnVyUs always, they're kind of like a sleeping giant, if you will, to start titles. And then they just come out and just ruin lives. Kind of middle of the season COD champs time.
This is huge, though. They've got to get most of the time here. They're down 10. They've got this setup. We've talked about how this hill you can really dominate, and if you get a nice setup. Here's Merc. Gets 1. There's 1 down to his right as well. I believe a teammate just cleaned that up. Under 30 seconds to play. They should be able to. They just have to lock this down for the rain time. Aware's got to get it there as quickly as possible. He gets another one. You can see how difficult it's going to be for them to win a gunfight with him sitting there at the top of the steps.
Going to be difficult to break the hill, but they got to do it, and they got to do it fast. 16 seconds left on this hill. Does, for momentarily, go back into Aware, but here's Merc the challenge. He will not be able to get it. Aware able to jump into it. 10 seconds, they need to hold it for at least 7 of these seconds. Going to be contested. 4 points separates them. Aware is going to go ahead.
I think they're going to get 206.
They got it win!
They win it by 1!
They got the victory by 2!
Oh my, and Ike, you could hear them screaming over on the side. That was absolutely nuts. You know,
electrifying.
EnVy had a good setup. I thought they were ready to go, but when that player, I wish I could say which player it was that won that big gunfight there coming up the back steps. Unfortunately,
MLG
with the names
events,
is tricky.
somebody.
Yeah, MLG events number 1 of them. I'm hearing Happy, well, he was number 2 that actually is the one that busted into that hill, and he went 36 and 30. So that's incredible.
Wow. I go to our scoreboard for us real quick. Take a look at these kills, and this is where I want to talk about the difference Call of Duty Ghosts to Advanced Warfare. If you don't have somebody on your team dropping 40 or more, you're almost not going to win this game every single time, but take a look at Sender, 42 and 37. The other positive KD on his team is going to be Happy, 36 and 30. 13 captures for accuracy. That's that early rotation. That's busting the hill, and that is Aware Gaming taking map number 1, Retreat Hardpoint, by 2 points.
That was unbelievable. You know,
what a start.
You know, we as casters, we always look for that time where we say, hey, it's mathematically impossible. But at no point, I was waiting for just a couple more ticks for EnVy, and they had it. But Happy came in, busted that hill. Also, shout out to Lawless. So you remember he started out so rough. He was double negative and started to crush down the stretch. But looking forward to game 2. We are going to be having, I believe, Search and Destroy on Solar.
That's going to be an incredible matchup. If you're just tuning in,
Aware's the real deal.
You missed the first game, you're not going to want to miss the second one. Guys, we'll be right back after a quick commercial break.